I'm Louis Green, and I approve this message.
Harriet is a trailblazer who has revolutionized supplier diversity as we know it today.
You can just see it. She exudes this minority development. She loves it.
She came at a time when the momentum for diversity and minority business enterprises was just getting started and really took it to the highest level.
Very strong leader, and a good-looking one too.
When I think about Harriet Michel, and as we celebrate her 20 years of tremendous service, there's a quote that comes to mind. Excellence can be obtained if you care more than others think is wise, risk more than others think is safe, dream more than others think is practical, and expect more than others think is possible. The beauty in that quote is it really gets the four key elements of Harriet: her vision, her leadership, her passion, and her commitment. And that's what we want to celebrate here tonight.
I think of Harriet Michel as being courageous, bold, visionary. I think she broke some of the glass ceiling for black females.
Harriet has been able to anticipate where America was headed years ago and to get there ahead of most of us. She has developed an organization to meet the needs of corporations and minority business enterprises as America recognized the value of diversity.
And she, from the time I met her, had a vision of what minority companies, individuals, leaders could do if given access to opportunity.
As we grow our supplier diversity process within our organizations, having a vision of where it's going to go is extremely important, and Harriet's been able to set a great model on how she took the NMSDC and grew it and expanded it, added processes and programs, and we need to emulate that in our own process.
She has just been, for the NMSDC, she has been, not only does she have passion, she's been a great visionary where she wants to take the council, not just the NMSDC, where she wants the other councils to come as well.
Harriet is an outstanding visionary on a lot of fronts, beginning with the Tier 2 initiative, which Harriet seized on, expanded, and made that a way of life. And as a result, it opened up the doors for countless number of minority suppliers.
Her leadership has helped many large corporations to see the true benefits of having strong minority suppliers.
As a supplier diversity manager, I appreciate that because she makes my job so much easier, because not only do they hear it from me, but to hear from someone of Harriet's nature and her status makes it that much more acceptable and easier to implement within our organization.
Harriet has demonstrated all of the attributes of a strong leader, not afraid to take risks, not afraid to tell you like it is.
She's taken an organization that was certainly performing, but not performing at peak levels of performance. And over the past 20 years, Harriet has managed to grow the membership performance in that organization to over $100 billion. That's $100 billion with a B.
I would say that her administration is really well bent on communication, is communicating the ideals and goals, best practices, benchmarking in terms of the council as a resource for all major corporations and for diverse suppliers in terms of doing business with each other.
I think she's done an outstanding job with the organization. Her leadership has taken the National Minority Business Development Council where it is today. She's really helped the affiliate councils, such as the Council of Michigan, recognize that they need good leaders to run their organizations, and we found those good leaders, but a lot of them have come as a result of her inspiration for us, and as an organization, we've just done a great job under her leadership.
watching Harriet Michel lead at the conferences and speak at the conferences, I see passion.
And the communication of why corporate America needs to engage MBEs and minority suppliers is just phenomenal. You need to hear her articulate the argument why you need to be engaged within that space. And you can just see it, she lives it, and it comes across as just something that is very sincere and not something that's just a canned speech or something that you just think of off the top of your head. This is something she believes in truly, and it comes across that way.
That passion is really something that spreads, especially when you start working in that field. Before I came into supply diversity, I knew nothing about it. And so that passion was ignited in me, and primarily through the NMSDC and Harriet Michel's passion.
She's always been a very gracious person, and she's a sharp dresser, so she looks the role. And when I heard her speak the first time, I was impressed from that day to this day.
I've been knowing Harriet Michel since 1989, and during that time she's always had a lot of passion and been very vibrant to express her initiatives for supply diversity. And for me, Harriet has always been an inspiration, and that's one reason why I love to be in supply diversity.
Well, you know, I think one of the things that what I have always respected her about is her tenacity, her love for what she does, her honesty. Those are just some of the qualities that you know where she stands.
She gives you that little push that sometimes everybody needs once in a while, that you can do it, and don't let anything stand in your way.
Anything she wanted to accomplish, she can energize you beyond belief and suck you into her world, and at that point get you to do anything she needed to do. And I loved that portion of what she's done. And she has great passion. She instills passion and generates passion in others.
At the end of the day, when you start to look at diversity and diverse suppliers and what they bring to the marketplace, what you will find is that you have the best entrepreneurs in the world. You have people who are dedicated to quality, they're dedicated to customer service, and Harriet brings it all out. She inspires MBEs to do the best that they possibly can, and you know what? If they don't do well, she's the first person to say, step aside.
I always remember that she'd stop and always remember my name and say hello, and then we started to grow our relationship, and I think that the pinnacle for me was when our company earned Supplier of the Year, National Supplier of the Year, and she gave us the award, and she was so excited, and I was so excited.
She came at a time when the momentum for diversity and minority business enterprises was just getting started, and yet made us as minority suppliers dig down and know that we could be the best at what we do, and that it was incumbent on us to be the best because we're paving the way for other people.
We've gone from just being a certifiable organization to providing procurement opportunities for minority businesses. But we did it at a time when diversity was probably more of a social agenda. And Harriet, through her commitment and advocacy, has helped guide us to the point where it's now a business imperative.
You know, someone once said that effective leadership is measured by the legacy that we leave behind, and hers is a long, rich history that will guide, I think, our path for years to come.
Harriet is a trailblazer. Many people are called, but Harriet was chosen. She set the pace for corporations and MBEs. She's made America a better place.